Hey guys, this is Just Incredible and you're watching Pro Wrestling 101. Check this out. You finally get the call. You're booked for a major wrestling organization for your first big show. So what do? Don't do what I do. First ever show for the WWF was Monday Night Raw at the Manhattan Center. I go to the building, I'm scared to death. I walk in there, I turn the corner, and who's the first guy I see? Randy Savage. Followed by like Shawn Michaels, Curt Hennig, Marty Jannetty. The list goes on, right? You guys get what I'm trying to say. So, I was really scared. And that's one thing you really, you shouldn't do right off the bat. I mean, there's a certain way to act, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Don't make the same mistakes I make. When you walk in there, be confident, not cocky. Keep your head up. Go up, a lot of people dislike this. They don't like this kind of an approach, but I've always been taught this approach and I'm going to share it with you. You walk into a locker room, make eye contact, go up to the promoter, shake his hand. Hey, I'm glad to be here. Thank you. You walk around, you introduce yourself, especially if it's the first time meeting any of these people. Hey, my name's such and such. Nice to meet you. And you go about your business. And one thing that rookies make the biggest mistake when they're in a big league environment is completely shutting themselves off. Look, guys, pro wrestling's no different than any sport. It's the boys. It's the locker room. Everybody's there to do their job, but it's a loose environment. You're there to have a good time. So play it down the middle. Be respectful. Watch your back. Keep your eyes open, your ears open, and your mouth shut. That's the bottom line, and treat others, like you want to be treated. It's not that hard. One mistake a lot of people are making these days, and it didn't necessarily happen in my day, and a lot of fans have told me to touch up on this, is the wrestling handshake. Back in the day, it's what people expected if you were in the business to kind of let them know, hey, I'm smart, brother. So they'd give you the little deal there, the limp handshake. Well, wrestling has evolved. This isn't necessarily, we're not back in the carny days of wrestling. This is show business. So, when you come in there, you introduce yourself, a nice firm handshake works just fine, believe me. And one thing though that, always, no matter what, will make you stand out is be interested. A lot of guys, man, one thing you don't sit there in the locker room and start playing, video games or get on your phone and that's all you do. Your head buried in your mobile device or whatever. Dude, so many guys get so much heat doing that. It's ridiculous. Look, you finally made it. You should be excited. I know you're probably nervous. Believe me, I was. But man, you couldn't hold me back. I was asking questions to anybody who would talk to me. I was engaging in conversation and I was just soaking up the environment. I mean, I would walk around the building, go walk in the ring, just familiarize yourself with the entire, setup, the scenario, whatever. And let me tell you something, guys, soak it up because you never know if you're coming back. So that's always something I say to people is be very aware that, look, this is your opportunity, act like a professional. That's the biggest thing I say. And another big thing, it's not so much etiquette, but I'd say it's wrestling smarts. And nobody can do this enough. Is the first couple, everybody should do this at any level. And I know guys like Triple H, Terry Funk, everybody like that. Stone Cold Steve Austin was doing it when I was around him. Watch the matches. I'm not saying that you have to watch every single match, but if you're on right before intermission, hell, what's not to watch? See what's going on before you. Hey, you might learn something, and B, that's the things that have already been done in the match. People, you don't even know how many times people come up to me and be like, oh, this guy and such did this before, and this one copied that, and that wouldn't be happening if you guys just watched matches. And you should be able to, if you're at that level to where you're in the bigs, to change stuff up. So it's very important to watch matches, guys. And you know what? Then promoters look at you. They know you care. You're engaged. You care about the product. Look, guys, there's a million of us out there. Wrestlers, we're a dime a dozen. They're looking for people with unique skills, unique ability, And quite frankly, they're looking for superstars, and you're not going to get that way, jacking off, playing phone, whatever you're doing. So that's one of the biggest things in the locker room. I'd say biggest don'ts in the locker room, especially if you're new in the business. I mean, once you have some time behind you, that's great. But anyways, always, always, always watch as much of the show as possible. That will do you nothing but good. I remember not too long, well, actually, it is a little bit of a long time ago now that I think of it. It was Francine, hardcore reunion show. I forgot what the name of it was. There's been so damn many of them. And me, Tony DeVito, we were upstairs watching the first couple of matches. It was like Too Cold Scorpio against, I think it was Nova or something like that. But anyways, we're up there watching the matches. We wanted to see the crowd reaction because, guys, this was the best way to know, hey, what's working, what's not. They're into high spots. They're into comedy. Great way to know what they're into. Watch their reactions. It's a give me. Sometimes we're out there trying to guess, hey, what are these people going to buy? What are they going to be into? You got your answer in the first couple of matches. But you know what shocked me and DeVito more than anything? 2 minutes, I wouldn't even say that the bell rang. There's some old man, shuffling up the stairs. Yeah, and that old man was Terry Funk. He sat there. We were going on last, and Terry was reffing the match that we were in. Terry watched the entire show side by side with us. And that's Terry Funk, one of the greatest of all time. And he's not watching the matches for, to learn. He knows. Terry Funk knows. But he still is like a kid. He loves the business. And he is learning in a way. He's learning what works out there tonight, what isn't working, what's been done. There's nothing more embarrassing than when you're in the main event and you're doing 15 things that all the matches did before you. So guys, get engaged. Participate in the entire event. And what I mean by that is just be aware of everything that's going on around you. You'll have more fun. You'll get over with the boys. You'll get over with the promoters. And you know what? You might learn something. And guys, that's pretty much all you have to do. Wrestling, it could be tricky. Locker rooms sometimes are hard to tread. But, use your common sense and just be a smart guy. Always keep your eyes open, mouth shut. I'm Just Incredible. And that's Pro Wrestling 101.